So welcome back guys to another video, and in today's video I thought I would talk about some games I've been playing recently. And before I get into that, if you've been following me on social media, then you guys know I've been really gushing about this 8-bit DOE M30 controller. Now, a little bit of overview about this is an all-purpose Bluetooth controller. It works on PC, Mac, works on your cell phones, works on the Raspberry Pi and the Nintendo Switch, which is primarily what I've been using this controller for. Been using it for the Sega Genesis collection. It's been a blast playing it with that. Also the Street Fighter collection on the Switch. It's just great. I love the 6-button layout, the 2 shoulder buttons, and that D-pad. It's almost like the Sega Saturn Model 2 controller. It's got that little bit of webbing, so it's easy to do directional combos and whatnot. This is definitely a controller I recommend. It's about 30 bucks on Amazon, and it's got about a 7 to 8 hour battery life on it as well, so definitely check this out. Now, the first game I want to talk about, it's actually had a lot of controversy since it debuted, and that is Sekiro: Shadow Dies Twice. Now, let me just say first and foremost, this game wasn't for me, and this is coming from someone who enjoys, you know, Bloodborne and the Soul series and loves a lot of things that FromSoft has put out. But, you know, this game, I went into it thinking, hey, this is going to be like Dark Souls, but with ninjas and samurais, and it's really not. It has a lot of the Souls DNA to it, but it plays a lot more stealthy. It relies a lot on the parry system. That's probably one of my biggest gripes about the game is I don't like the parry system. I feel like it's kind of unbalanced a little bit. It's a game I might go back to and play again, but I actually sold it because I was like, you know, I'm not one of those folks that I'm going to keep my collection just because. I was like, I'll go back to it one day, but for now, it's just not for me. If you enjoy it, awesome. If you don't enjoy it, I can see why. Now, actually, I got rid of this game and got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze on the Nintendo Switch, and I had Donkey Kong on the Wii U. I got it when it came out. I think it was like, what, 2015 I got it, and I enjoyed it. I really thought the game was fun, and I hadn't played it since, and I started playing this with my girlfriend, and let me tell you, I feel like the Donkey Kong platform series does not get enough love. A lot of people just kind of sweep it under the rug as another Nintendo platformer, but this game has so much challenge to it. The boss fights that we would have, we would sit there and just really put our relationship to the test on how much in sync we had to be, cooperating with each other as Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong. And then after the boss fight, I'd be like, okay, I gotta go outside and get a smoke. This has just been too stressful. There's a couple times her and I have just been like, screw this, we'll play Mario Kart, we gotta put it down. We're on World 4, and I believe there's 6 worlds in this game, so we're almost done. But man, this has been such a fantastic journey, and I cannot recommend it enough. Also, another Switch title that was originally on the Wii U that I bought was New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Now, the reason why I rebought this game, because I still have it on the Wii U, is because the 2-player co-op is kind of iffy on the Wii U. You got to use the Wii pads or the Pro Controller. I only have a Pro Controller and the gamepad, and I don't really like to play the Wii mode a whole lot, so I was like, you know, I'll just go ahead and rebuy it because this was something I thought would be really fun for me and my girlfriend to play, and we've been having such a blast with it. And let me tell you, if you are someone who have not had a chance to play this is a great time to play it. It's one of the best Mario games in the new Super Mario Bros. Series. The power-ups, the platforming, the new modes like adding Niblet in there. Also, if you haven't had a chance to play in the Luigi side of the game, is just freaking hard. It really is. It's like the stages are like backwards, and Luigi controls like Super Mario Bros. 2 Luigi. It's tough, but is this game worth $60? That's subjective, but I have to say, playing this all weekend and ordering pizza and just spending time with my girlfriend, it was definitely worth it. And I do have to mention one other Mario game that we've been playing a lot of, and that's exclusive still on the Wii U, and I don't know if it will come out for the Switch, but that is Super Mario 3D World. You know, this was the first game I got when I got my Wii U. I got Super Mario 3D World, and I really enjoyed it then because almost like the isometric kind of feel to it. It's kind of like a hybrid between a 2D Mario and a 3D Mario, but it still has that 2D Mario feel to it. It's not as free roaming as, say, like Mario 64 or Odyssey or Sunshine. But playing it again with my girlfriend, I was like, man, this game needs to be on the Switch, but I don't know if it'll ever come out for the Switch because the game really does utilize the gamepad. There were certain parts where I had to like blow into the microphone, and she's looking at me weird. I'm like, don't judge me, I gotta help you. I blow in the microphone, it moves platforms, or taking the touch screen and moving platforms and stuff like that. So I don't know if they would be able to utilize that on the Switch, maybe change some of the mechanics, because it wasn't throughout the game. It was like 2 or 3 stages in the whole game that kind of did that. But man, if this game came out for the Switch, I would have to rebuy it again. It was just a lot of fun. And there's a series that I really enjoyed on the 3DS called Gunman Clive. It's kind of like Cowboys meets Mega Man. It was a lot of fun, and you can actually get the HD remaster of 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch like dirt cheap. It's highly recommendable. I definitely say check it out. But the team that made Gunman Clive made this other game that I feel like is going to be a very underrated indie title. I feel like it's one of those games that I've told my friends about it, and months later when it's on sale, because it's like $10 on the eShop, when it's like a $5 or $4 game, they'll download it and they'll tell me like, hey, have you played this? This game's a lot of fun. This is definitely one of those titles, and that is Mechsterminationforce. It's a mixture of Contra meets Shadow of the Colossus. That's the best way to describe it, because it's a glorified boss rush game where you're battling these huge mechs and you're like this little running gun side scroller guy. You even get to play as Gunman Clive if you want to. It's a nice little Easter egg. But each stage, the mechs have their own weaknesses, and it's hard. It's got a lot of difficulty. I would say it's a mix of Contra meets Cuphead meets Shadow of the Colossus. That's it, and it's like $10. I cannot recommend it enough. I've been really playing a lot of this game. I think I've defeated like 2 or 3 mechs so far. I haven't gotten that far, but as much as I've played, I've really enjoyed it. It's like you defeat a mech, then you can go to your shop and upgrade your weapons and whatnot. It's a very hard game, but it's a very fun game to just sit there and play and just pass the time. But anyway, guys, that is some of the games I've been playing lately. What have you been playing lately? Leave a comment below. I'd love to talk to you, and we can discuss it in the comments. As always, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming.